Hi there, it's Rhea. I am going to share to you how you can create your Optin page today. I'm going to show you how to create the Optin page. So let me go ahead and share my screen so you can see what I'm talking about. This is the one that let me just close this so I can see better. So this is the Optin page we're going to create today. And I hope you enjoy it. And if you like it, please like this video. All right, thank you. And anyway, let's go ahead. This is very simple, but also simple to do. So let's go to GoFunnel on a new site. I already created the new site. If you can see, it is blank right now. It's empty right here. So we're gonna start by building it one piece at a time. As you can see on the on our Optin page, this is the first thing that we need to do, the logo. So let's go to, it's a good idea to have a multiple tab open when you are doing this. That way you can go back and forth. And so the first thing we need to do is to go to blocks and empty blocks and find one container, which is the very first one, and drag it over here. Once it loads up, you will see an empty container, which looks like this. So this is an image as a logo. So we have to find an image. The way to find it is to go to elements and go to image right here. So we're going to drag this image here and it will show an image, block image right now. So this, if you click on this whole thing, container, as you can see, it's on the side. So we want to be in the middle right here. It's in the middle. So we want to do that. The way to do that is to go back to find layout. Go to layout and click it here, and now it's in the middle. That's easy, right? So next thing we need to do is to find the image. To find the image, you click on the image. You can see from here, image. So you're in the image box. You go to configure and choose an image. I have so many images, but well, sure to find it. This is images. Where is that image I'm looking for? Here it is. I like this one because it has blue. So I'm going to add it there. And remember to click on update. Right there. Perfect. That is just perfect. The next thing we have to do is this one here. A text, like a headline on the very top. So we go back again to our empty page. No, it's no longer empty. We go to elements. Oh, first we need to get a block. So we get another block, which is empty blocks. Empty, and add it here. And then we can add the text. Now that is a headline, so we want to get the kind of big. So this one would work, H1. H1, right there. We can copy this one, copy it, and paste it here. But then you ask, hey, why is it on the side? We want it in the middle, right? So let's go to text. First, we have to find a font that we love. I love Montserrat, so I'm going to change it to Montserrat. Now it looks better. And the weight is, this is probably not so bold. So the semi one is good. And the size would be around, we can play around 50 for a moment. 50, that looks good. And the color would be black. That looks good now. And then I will put it in the middle. Put it centered, not middle, centered. Middle is the same. So anyway, so now it's centered. The next thing we need to do is to create this two side-by-side layout, which is smaller one and a bigger one. It's like, let's say 30/70. So we can go back to our blocks, empty blocks, and we can find something like 30/70, something like this, or something like this, or something like this. But that looks like not so much very small on one side, something like this. So this might be a good one. So let's drag it here. And it will show very empty. If you can see, it's like, what? How could you add all that? It's very small, but yes, you can. So here, if I click on this, one of the layout, I could go to, again, elements and find an image, because if you remember, the Optin page has an image on the left, and then here are some other stuff here. So let's go to find an image right here. I'm going to put it here, drag it here. And so I have my image. And then here, I can find a heading. Go to element again and heading, I would say a paragraph would be good. Let's try this. Okay. So there's a paragraph. I can just, this is too much, which is fine. I can change it later. So anyway, here, we can add to that anyway. So here I have to find an image for this. So let's go find that image. Let me see if I had it here. There it is. So we select that and update. And as you can see, it's here. It's already here. Wow. So now I have to, it's time to add this information here. Daily rituals to make your online marketing easy. So here it is. It's a bit small, but that's fine. We can make changes in a little bit. So we'll copy this. And then paste it here. Now it's not letting me paste it. So let's try again. Sometimes my mouse is a little tricky. So now I have it here. It's not centered, so we need to center it again. But we also need to find the font, which I would go back again to Montserrat. And then the size would be I'm on text and I want it centered. Now it's centered, and so it went back to, it didn't click, sorry. That's why I was like, what is going on here? Now I can see it. I can move this now to the size I want. Maybe that's good. I think that's good. So I'm going to make sure I have the black color. Make sure it's like that. So let's go back, find out. Ooh, that looks good. This is only a small. There's room here. There's room here. So we can actually make this smaller. Let's make this a little smaller, maybe 25, 25, 26. So that looks almost the same. So that's good. The next thing is this one. We need to delete that and change it to things get done in less time. So we can copy that, copy. And then since we're going to make it a little big, I can copy this and then I could add it there, paste it there, and just change the. So I already have Montserrat here. That's easy. Now I just have to change this, make it regular. Make it regular. There you go. So now I have it looking good. And then if I want to make it smaller, that looks good. Then the text, which is, oh, I have, it's good to make it like a bullet point because it's easier to read and, you know, less stress for the eyes and less stress for the mind. So with this, I am going to go back to, I really don't need this then. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just delete this because I already have that. This too, right? So I'm going to delete this and see what happens. There you go. So now I have to go back to elements again and find the icon list, which we have here. So we can drag this here and it will give me almost the same. I have to edit it. So here I have an icon and text. We can change the icon. I have here an arrow, so I have to find that arrow. Let's go to configure and find arrow. There it is, arrow. Click update and the arrow will show up quick. There it is. Now I want to add this one. The first one is get the energy you need. So I'm going to copy that and paste it here. Paste it here. Now I see it here. However, if you really look at it, it's like on top. So we want it to be aligned with this arrow so it looks good. So what I'm going to do is to go to spacing and I'll put a little padding in between so it would be centered instead of on top and just in line with our arrow. So it looks good. Now we can also increase the size of our text if see it's changing again. I did not save it, I guess, so I'm going to save it this time. Make sure I save it to, let's put it on 20. Okay, 20 is good. Okay, my mouse is all right. So I make sure save it because you don't have to repeat it again. Do it again. One thing I noticed too is this is a bit of not in line here. So I want to make that line up in line with this. So it would look good. So I'm going to go to spacing, but make sure I am on the list icon there, whole thing. So I'm going to space, excuse me, spacing. So I'm moving this area to a little bit in line with that. That looks better. Okay, so now I have one. I'm going back again to this one, list icon, and copy it for the next one, the next one, and the next one. Let me see how much I need. I have 4, so I'm going to copy this and paste it there. Just gonna do this quick, that way it's not boring to watch videos. But of course, you know, when you're watching videos, it can be boring, but if you really want to learn something, I really think that you would be sticking with me so you can learn. Because this is cool. I love doing this. Next one, last one we have is to do what needs to be done. And this is the last one. So now we're done. Now, if you can see, it's a little bit, I mean, it's good, but I like it uniform, or even, you know, as much as possible, not too much gap. So this looks good, but this starts to have a gap and this have a bigger gap. So I'm going to change the text. I'll start here, the longest one. That way I know which one, what size would be best. Let's put it on 18. It's still 17. So there you go. I'm going to change this to 17. Everything is 17. 17. 17. Oops. See, it jumped. The other way to do this is to just type 17 there. You can also do this. If you're having difficulty with your mouse, which I am having difficulty right now, so I am going to just type it in 17. 17. All right, so that looks good now. They're pretty close to each other and uniform. I like the look of that. So the next thing I need to do is the collecting. How do I collect is to create a first name, last name, email, and they can download it. So in our page, Optin page, we go to elements and find a group mail form. It's all the way at the back. Let's see. Yeah. So it's somewhere here, group mail form. Where are you? No, it's at the bottom. Checkout form. No, that's not it. Where's our group mail? Active campaign. This is a webinar, John. Group mail form. Okay, right here. Okay. So it's, as you can see, it's a little bit wide, which is fine. But there's only two things that you can ask, which is fine too. So first name and email. We can do that, but on my page, it has three. So we'll just follow this. 3, email, and first name. Right, so I'm gonna do this. I'm on the group mail form. It's a little bit okay, let's just leave it there for the meantime, and then I can go back there. What is this? So I'm on the group mail container and group mail. I want to make this a little smaller. So I'm going to go to the spacing. And if I'm on the container form, I can make this smaller this way. That way it's not so wide. And then I will go to the spacing. Spacing and move it a little bit to the right. Okay, that's uniform now. It's even. So now I am going to change this. Looks like it's not allowing me this time. Could be a glitch because I was able to do this earlier while doing my Optin page. See if you can see it is like that, but we'll leave it like that for the moment. It's not, see, it's not even allowing me to change my, you see, select, all right. I have to select, okay. Let's select, where is my daily routine? It's not showing here. Let's just sign up form. And it will be, go to a URL. Okay, just leave it there right now. So update and it will show sign up form. There you go. So now I can change this now because I already have a form. Let's go to download now. That's what we're trying to do. When someone sign up here, they can download this daily ritual kit. So here, there's a first name, last name. As I already have this set up, then we're good. But I want this to be a little looking better. I'm going to change this to make it look good. And then this one, make it look good with a space in between, not one word. So now you can see last name, first name, email. However, it does look kind of narrow. So let's give it a little bit space by going to the spacing and make sure you're in this input, this container here. See if I click on container here, it's really glitching on me. So anyway, I'll just leave it there in input and see if I can give a little space in between. That way it looks better. And the text, I want it to be a little bit away from the edge. Not too much. Okay, that looks good. The next, last name, spacing. We'll give it a little padding, not too much. Okay. And the text, a little padding of the text as well. So it doesn't look like it's all the way to the end. So that's good, looking good now. I have it set up. This one, now I can change it background to yellow, which I'm yellow. See here, it's yellow. So let's do that and let's give a padding as well. And spacing, let's put a little bit padding to make it looking better. All right. And the text is white, so it's not very visible. So let's change that text to black. But first, let's make sure we're using the same font. It's going to be bold and black. And then the size would be a little bit bigger, 25. Okay, so now this email here is a little bit smaller than the rest. So let's check on this. Text, let's go find that text. Let's use same text everywhere. And I want to put it on a gray, that way it's not very strong. And this is just light or regular is good. And the same text would be around 16 would be good. But then I have to add some padding, spacing, that way it would look a little bit better, at least the same with the others. take that out. Oh no, that's the outside. Okay. The text spacing. So I have that. So that's just right. Okay. I want it this size. It looks better that way. So we're gonna change this. And also we're gonna change the text anyway. So this is Montserrat. Regular. And then 16. And color gray. Okay, not too bright. And then the padding is spacing. I'll put it on a 16. Oh. Okay, 15. So that's pretty much the same. Okay. So let's go to first name. Change the font to Montserrat and in regular. And then size 16 and color gray. Then we go to spacing. I'm gonna make a little more, just so it would be hips 15. So that's good. I like that. Looking good. From here, I put a shadow just so it would look obvious. We can add a, so if I go click on one of the box, I can find the container, the form. That way I can add a shadow, box shadow. We can put XL, large, XL should be good. So see, as you can see, it's already obvious. Now this is a little bit wider than what I have created, which is fine. I don't like it very much now that I see this. So I'm just gonna keep it this way. And next thing I have to do is to create a footer, which is this one. This is my footer, which is very simple. So let's find that. Let's go back to blocks and empty blocks and find another one here. Okay. And then we'll go to text. Not text, but we'll go to, let's see, what is this? So here is basically text. So I'm going to find a text. Text would be just this. Here. Paragraph, that's too much. Okay, let's use this one. And we can just arrange, that's really small, but let's make it a little bit bigger. Text. I am on text, and let's find Montserrat and same 16. Now you can see it's 16. Let me move this. 16, right? Let's put a little padding there. I'm not gonna put middle because I'm gonna add some here. I just need a little spacing so I can see better. It's hard to see when everything is so cramped. That's good enough. So then, if I go to the black, I can see that you can see it's the whole thing. If we look here, do we have any color? Okay, there's no color. Or this may be gray. Is this gray? I think it is. So I'm gonna change that background to gray. Lighter gray, which is this one. And so you can change the color if you like to change it to blue, because we have blue here, or yellow. Since we have yellow here, you can also do that by going here and changing this to yellow. That looks better though. So I like to do that. So here it says Groove Diary, or you can put your domain here. So let's just put a domain at and then you can put a space here and move to the left for your daily routine. If you want it, you don't really have to. Daily ritual, I mean. So you can do that as well. That's one way of doing it. Now to link this, if you click on this, you have this option here. So here you can link, click this and it will, you put the link here, which is the daily ritual. If whatever is your domain, you can click here or your page. So that's how you do it. Okay, so here I have actually two, because this one, when you click this one, it goes to your, when you click this one, it goes to your submit. It submits the information. However, this one here, I created it to a different way because I want to create a new page, which is a thank you page. So if I go back here on my pages, I have two pages here. The reason is I want to create a page where I can connect with my viewers or so I created this. It's on the way and I want to personally thank you. So I'm going to create this. On my page, I want to create a new page. Right now, I only have this home. So I'm going to create a new page. And the same thing, I'm going to use the empty block. So on the empty block, since I have this, the same thing, Or you know what? The other way also, the easier way is to just copy it. Yes, so if I go back to my pages, to my page here, I'm going to delete this. We don't need that. You know, we want our life to be easier, so I'm going to just delete that. So this one here on my page, I'm just gonna clone this one. Now I have the same thing, 2 pages right there. If you see, go back to pages, you see 2. Now this would be the thank you page. So let's edit settings. Thank you. Thank you for daily ritual. So you know it is for this daily ritual download. And here you can just say, thank you, daily ritual. And make sure to add this, wait, that's TP. Thank you. And make sure to add this dash in it so it will be understood. And then click this. So now it's changed to thank you. Thank you, daily ritual. However, we have this, we have everything, right? This is needed. Okay, we need this, we need that, and then a video. So this one, we don't need this, right? The whole thing. We don't need this thing here. So if you click on that and go to, make sure you're in the block. Okay, here you can see in the block, then you can delete all this. Delete, confirm. Now I only have this, which is kind of funny, but yes, that's all we need right now. So your daily ritual is on its way. So I'm going to copy that to paste it over here instead of this one. And then I need, and I want to personally thank you. So this one here, I'm going to copy that. And then create another one. Before I do that, this is, see, if you see this, this means, if you this, what you call it, cursor, like moving, that means there's a line there and there's nothing. So we need to just click on backspace and it will go back to the end of the first line. So now we have to clone this for our second line and paste. And I want to personally thank you, but it seems like these are all the same. I want to make this smaller. So I'm going to text Montserrat same, and I just make it smaller, a little smaller. Right, so next one is to, while waiting, watch the short video, which is, you know, it's right there. So why not? I want to thank you anyway. So I clone this again and copy this. While waiting, watch this short video. So hard to click this sometimes with a mouse. Copy and paste it here. And make this smaller. And lighter. There you go. So now I have this. However, I need a video. So I have do I go back there and find a video? Where is the video? I need to go to blocks and get an empty blocks. Empty and put it there in between before the button. There's no button. Okay, I can create that. Okay, we need to get that button too. So now here I go back to elements and find a video, YouTube video. I created a YouTube video for this alone. So let's do it here. And to add a video, I have my video here, but I'm going to just copy this video where I copy it already. And see, you don't need the YouTube part, just the end part, which is the numbers. And that way here, I could click on the video here, video all, and go to configure, and then you're gonna add it here, just like that, and then update. And it will show my face again. What? It did not update. What happened? Yeah. So you can't do that. You have to go to let's find out. See, yeah. So basically you have to go to YouTube and my YouTube channel. I have to find that. I interview mompreneurs. So here it is. I want to copy. No, I just need a copy. I just need the link. Okay, let's go back there and get the link. Copy the link. Okay. And then I will copy, paste it here, and then, oh, that's interesting. It changes. Oh, okay. Let's see that. Let's see what happened. I'm excited. Okay, it's showing. All right, so now I have to add a button. So to add a button, I'm going to create a block again. Another empty block, and I will add it here in between so I can put a button. Now I go back to elements. So basically, go to elements and find a button. Button, where are you, button? I saw you earlier. Button, 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 is this button? Funnels. There's so many little things here that if you're not careful, your eyes, like my eyes, is not really good. So now I put it here. So now I have a button, right? But if you can see, it's really crumb. Here, there's no gap here. There's no gap in between. So I'm gonna add a gap first, because gap, which is spacing. I'm going to add a little spacing in between. So there's going to be a little space. Let's see. Okay, so it doesn't look like crumb. And this one here, this one actually I don't need much, but this should be good. Where's my button? There's my button. Okay, so I'm going to change my button again to background yellow. And text black. First, I need to get my font, and then I put it bold maybe, and change it to black. Now I can see it better. And yeah, that's good. Then go to configure. What do I have here? Get the ultimate free website template. So here I'm going to get, let's put it on, get the ultimate website template. So if you want this template, you can get this for free. Just click on my link and you can get this update. Right, so now we have to beautify it a little bit by giving it a spacing, proper spacing. Let's see. Oops, that's too much. Maybe 20. Yeah, that's good. And also I want it on in the middle, so I'm going to go to layout. Oops, no. I'm going to, yeah, I can do that on layout, but I have to be in the container. Container and then layout. Then I can put it in the middle. Right there. However, it looks kind of connected, right? So you want this to be obvious and people can tell, okay, this is not connected. So we want to put a spacing there. A spacing just a little bit to make it obvious. So that looks better. And we want to make this a little prettier by, oh no, putting it all around there. There, okay. So now that looks nice. I like it. I like it. So we have it set. Remember to save so you don't lose it. This actually, okay, now we also can do that. I go back to my template, my Optin. I have this arrow in between, so we can do that. We can configure that here, go to configure and then add, use left arrow and use right arrow. And we want to go to point. Oh, no, it's arrow. It's arrow. Right there. And then another one, arrow here. Arrow. Which one is the left? The left is left. Oh, well, yeah, they're both the same. So that's how it looks like. Let's see what happens. There you go. So now get the ultimate free website template here. If I am going to provide this template, I have to share my link here. Right now, I'm going to just add a URL. If I want to add this one, then I can click URL. And right now, I'm just going to use Google right now, or I don't have to, but you know what to do. So right now, it's like just like that. But you can see that it already has changed. So update. Make sure to click update so you don't lose everything you just created. And so that's it. Pretty much the same now. Except, yeah, I just realized that it is. The video is quite big. We can make this small. So we're going to make this small, we go to container. Let me see, okay. The size and yeah, this would be good. That looks good. This one, I'm going to make this closer on the video than the bottom. So I'm going to go to spacing. And okay, let's go back here because before I screw up spacing, let's go no, right here, this container spacing on the, see, I have here 23, so I'm going to, no, that's not it. I'm going to, on the container, I'm going to this is just right. Okay, now I have to it's not letting me. So what I'm gonna do instead of that, I'm going to widen this gap here between that way it has a distinction. There, that looks better. 99. Well, 99 is good. Okay. That's good. I like that better. Right. So we're done. Are we? Let's save it. So when you see this green one, that means it's saved. And then we go back here. This home. And then your thank you page. Now, you might think, wait, this doesn't go anywhere. Yeah, because it's only submit. So what I'm going to do is find another button, the button that lets you send it, because you want to make sure it sends to the thank you page. Otherwise, your thank you page is nothing. You know, it's not. There you go. So I'm going to create this button just as this button, like this button. So to begin, we have to choose the background to yellow. No, not that yellow, this one. And then we can choose the text to black. So it will look the same. It can be a little bold and a little bigger. Right. Now we have to change this to download now. Go to configure, download now. Right. Update. And once you update it, remember to click to link it you to page, to a page, which is the thank you page. Okay, you can add this, click this, and update. There you go. Now we have to put this in the middle. How are we going to do that? Let's find out. Layout. Let me see if layout would let me. No, I don't see that because it's in the bottom. Let's see if I go to container. Bottom, container. Let's see, layout. No, there's no option. So what I'm going to do with this, and I need to delete this. So I have this. Then I have to move it to the center. Spacing. No, this one. And I move it. Okay, so basically, no, then I'm gonna move this. Oh, well, I can move this a little bit so the, yeah, I need a gap there anyway. So let's do that on 15 and then I'll move this in the middle. That's one way. Unless you want to do it all the way here. So there you go. However, I want to make a gap here. It's too tight. I'm in the block. So I'm going to put a space here. How much space? Yeah, that's good. Or maybe 100. Yeah. Right. So I like this better. I like this better now. Oops, I see some error. I need to correct that before I make sure it's, you don't want any mistakes, but if you see it now, correct it right away so you don't forget. So this is what happens when somebody put their name, last name, email, then they click on this, it goes to your thank you page. It goes here. Or you can personally thank them. It still looks kind of big. Let me make this smaller. Or it looks smaller here, but I want it to be a little I have to be in the container. I have to be in the container. So that's something you wanna keep an eye when you're doing something in the block or container. So you know where you are before you make some changes, because if you're not in the right place, you will be wondering what's going on. Size. It disappeared. What did I do? Okay, that's okay. I just go back. And voila. Click this one if you make a mistake. So anyway, I think that's fine then. I'll leave it that way. So this one, I want to make this big because the text is, the size. Text. So that would be good. This is a good size. Right, so that's it. So you got your Optin page ready now? This has enough room. And then thank you page. All right, so we're done. It was a little glitchy. It glitched a little bit at first, but it was okay. So that's it for today. Optin page, you can do this. So if you're able to, let us know. If you're not able to, let us know so we can help you. All right. So that's it. See you next.